Hi, welcome to SK Smile Dental Clinic. I am Dr. Satish Kumar. After our last video on how to brush your teeth, we've got a lot of questions from many of our patients as to what are the common mistakes that we do while brushing our teeth and what we can do to avoid them. For those questions, we have come up with this video of the 4 common mistakes that we make while brushing our teeth and what we should do to avoid them. The first mistake that we do while brushing is we tend to use a brush for long durations of time. Long duration is as in we use it for more than 2 to 3 months. It is advisable that after every 2 months we change our toothbrush. Why so? Because what happens is when we brush with the same bristles over a period of time, the bristles tend to fray. Fray means the bristles tend to move away from the center of the brush. What happens in this is when we use these kind of bristles in the brush, they tend to injure the gums. Due to injury of the gums, they shift downwards, exposing the roots of the teeth. These roots of the teeth become sensitive, may lead to initial decay since they do not have the covering of the enamel which is present in the crown portion of your tooth. What happens is at times we are just lazy to go and change our brush. So I would advise you to avoid the mistake number one, that is of using your brush for more than 2 to 3 months. Soon as you see initial signs of fraying, please go out and change your brush. This will save you time, money and energy later on by keeping your teeth for a longer duration of time. Now, the second mistake. The second mistake that we do while brushing is we do not brush for the adequate amount of time. That maybe we are brushing only once daily or we're just brushing extremely quickly. What happens is many of us brush our teeth only in the morning. We do not realize that what we eat throughout the day accumulates in our teeth. And when we go to sleep without brushing, that stays in our mouth the entire 8 or 9 hours we are sleeping, and that is where it causes the maximum amount of damage to our tooth and gums. So we have to see that it is compulsory we brush our teeth twice daily. Along with this, when we are brushing our teeth, we need to see that we touch and cover all the surfaces of our teeth with the brush. As we have shown you in the last video, many of us tend to skip certain surfaces. The ideal amount of time required to brush your entire mouth is around 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is actually a long duration of time. I would advise you the next time when you brush your teeth, that's either today night or tomorrow morning, is to put a timer or a stopwatch and then brush your teeth. It is then when you will realize that 2 to 3 minutes is quite some time which you actually need to spend with your teeth while brushing so that you maintain them well. The third mistake that we do while brushing our teeth is we forget to clean our tongue. Many of us don't realize that whatever we eat, swallow, it rolls over our tongue and then goes into our stomach. So the tongue ends up having a lot of debris, food particles, which needs to be cleaned. If we let them be there, it spreads to the teeth surrounding it, causing damage to the teeth, that's decay, and might even affect your gums. So how do we clean the tongue? You can either use a tongue cleaner. There are certain brushes which are available which has a rougher end on the either side of the bristles which can be used to clean the tongue, or the simplest of methods is to use the bristles of the brush which you use to clean the teeth to scrub your tongue. But we need to remember to clean our tongue every time we brush our teeth. The fourth common mistake which we are seeing many of our patients doing is to excessively brush their teeth. That is, they tend to brush their teeth either 3 to 4 times or they end up using hard bristles. Brushing your teeth twice daily is the adequate amount of times you need to brush your teeth. Unless your dentist has told you in certain cases like braces, implants, where you need to brush your teeth maybe 3 times or 4 times. Excessive brushing leads to scrubbing of the tooth surfaces. Other than that, you should avoid hard bristle brushes. What they do is they do not clean off the teeth, they scrub off the teeth. You can use a soft bristle toothbrush of any standard company. So let's recap the 4 tips from today's video. Tip number 1, change your brush every 2 to 3 months or whenever you see the bristles are starting to fray. Tip number 2, brush your teeth twice daily and see that you're brushing for at least 2 to 3 minutes every time. Tip number 3, do not forget to clean your tongue. It is important to clean your tongue every time you brush your teeth. Tip number 4, do not excessively brush your teeth. That is, do not use hard bristles and avoid brushing your teeth more than 2 times unless it has been recommended by the dentist to you. Thanks for watching. Hope you avoid the mistakes which we have discussed above. And the most important thing we would like you to remember is to not forget your 6 monthly checkup. During these 6 monthly checkups, we are able to detect initial problems to your teeth and gums, which will help you save on energy, time, money, and effort and help you avoid pain. So get your 6 monthly checkup without fail. And for more such videos, subscribe to our channel